Sometimes I feel like a loser. Like when I'm at school and I see people, like if I see a couple or I see someone, having a good time, or say I see someone driving on the road, someone that goes to school, I go to school with, I see him driving, I just automatically think, damn, like I'm a fucking loser. And it's when I see the couple, it's not out of jealousy, it's more out of loneliness and like insecurity, more because I'm not where I want to be in life. I feel like I'm behind. That's kind of the reason why I started making videos. Why The reason why I go by Cookie is because I just feel like when I'm Cookie, I don't have to care about what other people think, rather than just make videos for you guys and just do the best I can. Days when I'm scrolling on social media. Uh, last week was last weekend was Valentine's Day, and as I was just scrolling through people's stories, I felt more like, damn, I'm a fucking loser. I felt more like, if in my mind I was just, why not me? I don't I know I have my flaws. I'm not the best looking or the tallest, and I'm not the most courageous. It just feels like the world is built for everyone else but me. And it feels like everyone's on a different level while I'm still on the same one, failing and failing and failing and over again. I haven't been able to find who I really am, or even think about myself in a good way. I think I've said more hate words to myself than I have actually been proud of myself. Every day, every time I get rejected by a girl that I liked, the most thing that pops up in my head is I'm a fucking loser. I got rejected because I wasn't tall enough. It happened because I'm not good looking at all. And happened because I just lack everything. And I know, people are gonna say, you should just love yourself. But how can you love yourself when I can barely tolerate myself at times? I try my best to keep my head up through all the negativity I surround myself with. I just feel it's more of like, this is how I'm always gonna be. I'm always gonna be this kid, who's short, a loser, no future. That's what I hear a lot. And, you know, I guess it kind of opened up the lane for me to do YouTube, because I feel like I can talk here, and even though, some people have found out about it and it's all just jokes at the end, I just think that I have a lot to work on surrounding myself and, every a lot of people around me. I just don't know if I am enough. When every time I open my camera roll, or let's say I'm on the TikTok app and I accidentally open up the camera, I just look at myself so disgusted, because I don't see a 16-year-old boy looking at me. I see a 16-year-old boy who's literally who's nothing. I don't think there's anything for me. My life sometimes feels like it's genuinely the worst story told. And as much as I enjoy, hanging out with my friends at school and stuff, there's just a lot of stuff that happens on the inside of my mind, and kind of like this stuff I go through. I try to keep positive when I'm making these videos, but I think that today would be a different kind of video. There was this girl named, I won't say her name out of respect I have for her. I'm a, we're gonna call her Apple. And Apple, um, we met, and we really had a crush. I had a big crush on her. And With Apple, I it seemed like she liked me too. We were both really talkative to each other. We both really seemed like we were interested. And one day we hang out, and it's at this big kind of like it's a party. Um, if you're Hispanic, you obviously know what a quinceañera is. And I go, and she's there, and we're talking, and she's pulling me to dance, but I don't know how to dance. So so eventually she grabs my arm and she pulls me, and I'm dancing with her. And for the one time in my life, that was the happiest I ever was. Even though she's gone now, and I'll never get her back because I was too into myself, and I pushed away the only girl who saw me for me and was fine with me being the way I am. I'm making this video because the way I'm feeling, it's not something I control. It's more of a wave that just hits me when I feel this way. I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope everyone's spending their days with their relatives and family and friends.